Here are 10 trainers to pull out of your bulk collection today to turn into cash. Let's talk bulk. The first card we're going to talk about, and these are not in any particular order, but these are all trainers with the exception of one card, that is Judge. Let's go fire, because hopefully we'll still find some very good fire today. Judge is the first card we're going to talk about, and we're talking about Judge from Scarlet and Violet base, which quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned, does not get enough credit. Judge 176. Now, that card, ooh, look at this beautiful Tinka-Tink Baby Shiny. Do we have a daily double? We do! My very first Pommy. And I don't even get to finish this Judge conversation. Judge is a very interesting card because it is worth $1.26. Before we finish this Judge conversation, I'm assuming we're not going to have 3 for 3. Now, Professor's Research is a fun card, but we're not talking about Professor's Research today. And we're going to take these two cards underneath the microscope and finish this Judge conversation right after. These sleeping Pommies are just absolutely adorable. I want to go have a nap with them. I'm a little surprised they didn't change Tinka-Tink into a different color, but still adorable. As I was saying with regards to Judge Scarlet and Violet is worth $1.26. And what is interesting about that is Judge 228, Let's Go Water. Oh, there we go. From Paldean Fates, which is a full art card. A very beautiful Judge, one of my favorite from the trainers, is worth $1.78, which is kind of hilarious. Full art is worth 50 cents, barely 50 cents more. I kind of hope we pull it. I hope we pull both of them so I can show them to you back to back. The editor's going to pop them up. Cerulege, I have such a hard time with this evolution. And so when it comes to Judge is such a playable card. A lot of people do play them in the deck. Obviously not that many, a lot less than people think, which is why this Judge card, Let's Go Fire. Ooh, there we go. Iono is still played much more than Judge is, which is why it's still not the highest card ever. But I just thought this was such a funny reality considering the reprint with Paldean Fates and the fact that a full art Judge is worth barely 50 cents more than a regular Scarlet and Violet base Judge Lazar for our rare. Beach Court up next. $154 is the price for Beach Court, and this card is so critically important to the TCG. People love playing this card in their decks. Let's Go Fighting. Oh, that's a psychic. And the reason why is because of what it does. And for those of you who may not play the TCG, this is a stadium card. It's a card that both players can use. And what the card does is it allows people to move their Pokemons from in play to the bench and back and forth whenever they want without any cost of energy. Houndstone for our rare at $1.54. This is just such a playable card and people just love it, which is why our local lovely Pokemon reps, Let's Go Water, Fusion Gaming, which we do a lot of trading with, are always looking for Beach Courts. Obviously, if you have reverses locally, they are looking for them. So make sure you check your bulk for some Beach Courts. Gita is a card that we, of course, don't talk about enough. Quaquaval for our rare. It is the only card from Obsidian Flame that we'll be talking about today. Not really shocking, I'll be honest. People don't give Scarlet and Violet base enough credit, and quite frankly, Obsidian Flame kind of falls flat when it comes to playability and a lot of things as far as I'm concerned. It is not my favorite set. Let's go fire. Ooh, I'm on a roll today. $1.51 for that rare card. Now, you don't see a lot of people play this card, but because it's a rare, because it's a trainer, I think people may not play it that much, but it's still a fairly well-regarded card, and people are constantly looking for it. As much as we are not looking at this card today, this beautiful Professor's Research Reverse is actually a pretty well-regarded card. So whoever does win this beautiful giveaway, comment down below and subscribe if you do want to win these wonderful cards. You may want to think about getting this card traded in, LeChonk and a Golden Go. This is the only non-trainer in the list. Jet Energy, one of the highest cards on this list at $2.48. Congratulations to last week's winner. Let's go water. Ooh, that is not water. Now, this card comes from Paldea Evolved, which I think has something to do with why it's so high. It is not a very easy card to find. We'll be talking about this card a little bit later, so stay tuned for that. This energy card is just simply, one, hard to find, and two, is so hecka playable. It is insane. Now, it is not the most played energy card by any means, but for the ones that play it, they need a lot of it, and that's why I think it's so used. Oh my goodness, I have finally pulled it. Finally! If you guys have been following along on our Paldean Fates journey, I have pulled many versions of the other Paldean student, but this is the first time I've pulled this purple version. I'm so excited. I have partially broken the curse of the Paldean student. I've still pulled a Paldean student with every opening, but at least I've pulled the second one. Next to our one I've already brought up, and one you guys have seen it before, but two that are very, very important to the TCG. Let's go fire. Ooh, I should have gone water. Rare Candy and Bravery Charm, 176 and 157 respectively. These items, one's an item, one's a tool if you want to be very specific, but these two cards are just absolutely critical to the TCG. Rare Candy specifically, I just don't know how most people would play their decks without them, and so the reality is the TCG would just be non-functioning without them. I think we've got something absolutely insane. My goodness, so many people are running Roaring Moon decks right now, and this card is just absolutely stunning. Rare Candy and Bravery Charm, my goodness, are also amazing cards. If you have them in your bulk, I would be pulling them out. What else do we have? A Zacian. Let's take a look at this beautiful Roaring Moon underneath the microscope. What a stunning gold card. It has been a while since we've seen a gold card on this channel. I still can't wait to pull a Paldean Fates gold card. These next two Paradox Rift cards are so critical to the deck that we just pulled for the Roaring Moon. It literally would not function without it. Let's go Dark Energy. There we go, because without Dark Energy, that deck also wouldn't work. And we're talking about Earth Vessel and Professor Sada Vitality. That is a mouthful. $2.39 for that Earth Vessel. I know what I just said. For an item card, my goodness gracious. And the Professor Sada sits at about $1.60 right now, but it does go up and down quite a bit. Both Paradox Rift cards, of course, and they are critical to the Roaring Moon deck. Absolutely fabulous. Gimme Ghoul and a orange Jugulis. I'm thinking about food right now, clearly. Orange Julius is what I was going to say, but this is the Iron Jugulis. My goodness. Paradox Rift has been quite the expansion to the TCG. Last but definitely not least, these two cards. We're gonna start with Electric Generator at $1.49. Let's go Fire. Oh, that is definitely psychic. $1.49, Scarlet and Violet, and obviously also reprinted. There's that rare candy again, my goodness. Reprinted in Paldean Fates because of how important it is in the TCG. It is an item card and it helps essentially regenerate your energy in a few very critical decks, which is why it is so important to certain decks and certain players out there. Hawlucha, look at that beautiful baby shiny. And we're gonna finish on one of the most critical trainers that absolutely everybody in the TCG is using right now. And that is why it is so critical. And apparently the Pokegods were raining down on us because it's Iono. And it is right in front of us right now at $3.03 for the regular version. This one sitting right here is sitting at just shy of $5 for the reverse version. I actually cannot believe it is right here right now. This is the Paradox Rift or Paldean Fates version, which is actually a little bit less expensive because it's the reprint version. Paldean Fates version of Iono is at $2.55 for the regular, and I think it's about $3.50 for this version. So whoever wins this giveaway, if you do not need this Iono, I suggest you get it traded in for some cash. My goodness, I'm still a bit in shock that we pulled it. And what do we have here? An Executor. Still in shock that we pulled this Iono because this card is not the easiest one to find, but Iono is so critical to the TCG. It is absolutely not funny. I run it in pretty much all of my decks. But with that being said, that's the bulk trainers you're going to be wanting to look for. Let's take a look at this Hawlucha underneath the microscope. I absolutely love what they've done with this baby Hawlucha shiny. If you like this video and if you'd like to check even more bulk videos, check out this one next. Keep on chasing on.